hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Friday, the 17th of May. Started out 41 degrees. It's 51 now. I think it's supposed to be mostly cloudy for the next few days with little spurts of sun here and there. Then we got a couple, 3 days next week it's supposed to rain. But the good news is I was able to sort out my passport thing, and I have it coming next day air. But it could take up to 5 to 7 days to process it. Hopefully it'll happen sooner. And so I'm not giving up hope yet to make it to Valcourt, Quebec. We won't make it. I hope so. So I don't know if I should book my flight, and can you cancel a flight after you book it? If I can't make the passport thing happen, can I cancel it? How much will I get charged? What's the deal on that? But anyway, things are sorted out. But things are looking way more positive than they did yesterday. Anyway, the start of Friday. Well, it's 56 degrees and mostly cloudy here in Vanchulo. But the nice thing is, it's Friday.
Yes.
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly. That was nice, peaceful. Week. Oh, what now?
I said, it's been a long week.
It did seem like it was a long week, didn't it? All right. Let's go in there and bust out a Friday.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, Mama. Take care of yourself. Don't get too busy.
I'll try not to.
I'll see you as the day goes on.
All right.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you, hubby.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Look at this 22 RT Limited. That's crazy. She keeps that thing immaculate. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'll probably have to show you when I get back. And you're not going to be able to see it. It's got one of those Haiju batteries in it. It's having starting problems. The battery is swelling up like a punctured puppy. Almost like she was using a car charger on it or something. Hope he left me a hole there. I think we got our CEO2. I think we got 2 of them. It's a new electric scooters. Yeah, it's a BMW, but it looks like one crate. That's probably not them. Those things are cool. They're around town scooters. I think the top speed's like 50, 60 miles an hour, something like that. This one is this is the very mode. This guy has the honor of purchasing the very first Spyder we ever sold. Of course, back then it was only at the bin store. Is that the O2s? One of them? Hope it's the nicer one. There's a budget one. Oh. Scared me. I thought I was about to run somebody over.
What's that?
I said, you scared me. I thought I was about to run somebody over.
Yeah.
Thought you were a pedestrian. What the hell is at the post office?
I always have to take the packages.
Oh, looked like you were baling hay or something.
Yeah, it's the boxes. No, I don't bail hay.
Anyway, he come in with a complaint that his belt is making a bunch of noise, which yeah, I'm not sure how he's hearing that, and that the saddlebag, all it says saddlebag hitting the frame. Well, I found that the left saddlebag door, that rear plate on the back that, you know, where your taillights and stuff and your license plate and all that stuff is, it's held in with a series of body clips. I think when I was talking about that black one, I think I kept calling them push pins. They're, you know, body clips, automotive style. And yeah, it got knocked out. If it gets knocked out, that lower one, I don't know if it's, you know, trying to put something too big in the bag, or they hit something. I can't really say they hit something because there's never any damage there. I've seen a couple of them popped out. Yeah, and the saddlebag door doesn't hit. And but he referred to it as the bag was hitting the frame. And his other complaint, like I said, the belt's making a bunch of noise. The tension's correct. It's riding absolutely perfect in the pulleys. And what I'm assuming is because it's speed, he's probably not hearing it. So I'm sure he's probably hearing a squeak when he takes off from a stop. And every once in a while, you got to grease that belt. And please do not put grease on your belt. It's very specific that what you put on, and an extremely small amount. And it's this BRP XPS grease, a very specific grease. It's actually more for marine stuff. And it's like crazy small. It's like 100 cc's or yeah, I know the size of it on the tip of my finger. I used to measure it out like years ago when we first started doing it. Because the older Spyders with the older belts, the Kevlar wasn't quite as thick, and it was the belt reflects a little bit more and it would squeak more. But I've definitely heard plenty of the newer ones do it. But yeah, no belt noise, or I let it sit there and idle in gear, and the belt, everything just looked kind of dry, dusty, so to speak. And I'm going, it's probably hearing belt squeak on acceleration, like from a dead stop. You hear it go. But yeah, I can't find any other noises anywhere. So what I'm doing now is I put the grease on it and fixed his the back panel to make his the back of the door will hit that plate. He called it the frame, which I guess that kind of looks like a frame piece if you don't know how these things come apart. And it takes a couple miles of that grease, because you put it in one specific spot in a small area, and it's so light that when you're done, you don't know the grease is even there. So you're greasing it, but technically you're not greasing it. You're putting the thinnest, and I do mean the thinnest layer of this very specific special grease. And when you're done, you don't even know it's there. But it quiets them down. My Iron 883, after about 3,000 or so miles, I'll get a little belt squeak out of it, and I put a smaller amount on it, and take it for a good ride, and it's gone for another 3,000 or 4,000 miles. Craziest thing. It's just like the cogs are squeaking in the teeth of the pulleys or something. Now I've seen where the belt's so misaligned that it's trying to ride on that inside pulley, and that'll make some crazy noises. But that's not what's going on here. In fact, whoever adjusts this belt, it might have been me. I don't think I've seen his Spyder in here for a while, but did a very good job, both tension-wise and alignment. I think it's a minimum of 0.5 millimeters, a half a millimeter off the pulleys where they want it. Just run like I forget what it works out to be, like a 20 thousandths or something feeler gauge. You just need to be able to slide it along between the pulley and the belt, and when you roll the feeler gauge along the side, just roll down, and you'll feel the feeler gauge going clunk, 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 hitting the teeth of the belt. Oh, the teeth of the pulley, I'm sorry. But if you have nothing but a rubbery, etchy thing, it's probably too close to the pulley. Got sport back gentleman out here. That's that Highway 99 that I'll rip through sometimes. That's cool through there. Come on, light. It's about time. We've been waiting on you. Waiting on ya. Ooh, nice fresh pavement here. That's nice. Definitely no squeaking going on here. And no other noises either. Runs like a top. Good Lord. Oh, yeah. 49,000 miles. I didn't know he rode this thing that much. Boys, I guess they do take a lot of trips, come think of it. They enjoy themselves. I don't think they go as far as what they used to, but I think they take a lot of frequent trips. They do these tours where you go to certain places and you take a picture of yourself at some landmark or whatever, and they do a bunch of those things. There's one that's called a dam tour where you went to 2 dams around the area, because you're in the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of dams out here. And anyway, making use of all that free water flowing, you know. That was one. I don't know, I'm trying to think what they were doing last year. I don't know, there's always something they got going. Keeps them interested, keeps them on the road, enjoying themselves, and getting with fellow like-minded riders. I don't think it's specific to Spyder. Some of them are very specific. It's through a Spyder club that has their own thing, but yeah, she goes down the road nice and smooth, purrs like a kitten, no unusual noises. Something at old Hobby Lobby, Kelly and I were talking about. We need to go back there for something. That's an evil place. That's the Vancouver Mall out there, that whole complex. You know what's weird is that Hobby Lobby doesn't have access to the mall. It's weird how some of the stores are just not, maybe they got to pay an extra fee if they have access to the mall or something. Yeah, if you need to go in the mall, you got to come out of Hobby Lobby and enter the mall in a different area. Seems like that would behoove them to have access to the mall. That is a very functioning, I mean, straight back to the 70s and 80s mall. You remember malls? Malls were cool. They're still cool, it's just nobody realizes it anymore. Of course, you know, I'm one of the guilty parties too. 90% of the stuff that we can't even groceries most of the time. You just get it from Amazon. There's a good place to make a belt squeak. Let's get her in a power range here. I wasn't trying to race you, guy. Just when the belt's on that side, it'll ricochet that sound back at me. Nope, no sounds. Of course, if it by now, no matter what you did, it's not going to squeak. And promise me, you don't put grease on your belt. It's a very specific stuff you put on there, and a shockingly small amount. You remember that belt is, what, 13.5 feet long? If you cut one in half and lay it out, hold on a second. Sorry, I'll have to cut that out. That was really loud. Had to cough. I know when you're talking through headsets, that can be crazy loud. Is that wisteria or blackberry? Oh, blackberries. Evil. Evil plants. There's a couple of motorcycles up ahead of me. I didn't even see them. This is very weird because it looks like you should cut into that first turn lane there, but you don't. Hey, look at that. Looks like our Honda Ridgeline. Man, the temperature's just perfect out here. It's like mid 60s. Man, I had that thing in the bag. Oh, I appreciate that. There's some kind people in the world. That Subaru was making a squeak. Made me wonder if that wasn't this thing squeaking. It wasn't. Do some slow grunting here. Let's see if we can make it do anything weird. Yep. The belt will squeak long before the tire squawks. She let go back there, so she's in good shape. It's got so many bells on it. I think there's some somewhere else too. You know, technically they're supposed to be in a place where they can reflect off the ground to remove the demons of the road from the cracks in the highways and the byways. Yeah, you can load that belt pretty good, and it's not. Well, yeah. Squawks to cut the tire first. Very good. Well, on this beautiful Friday, what is the bike saying? 75? It wasn't saying it was that hot when I left. At least my watch wasn't anyway. It doesn't feel like 75. Maybe it is. But it's beautiful. Alright, thanks for coming along on a 2020 Spyder RT Limited. For my very first Spyder owner back in 2008. How about that? So that's what these things look like normally. You know, nice and flat. They are not supposed to look like that. That literally looks like it's about to go bang. But this is what she's getting back in there. The good stuff. That's the good stuff we don't tell nobody about. Well, hello there, YouTube. Holy moly, the weekend has started.
Yes.
Of course, I gotta mow the grass, but I ain't gonna do any crazy things this weekend. We'll take a weekend off of all the...
Yeah.
You watch, we'll come up with something.
Oh, yeah. It was going to be a little project and turns into a
Yeah, we're just gonna
thing.
knock the, the wisteria out of that thing. That'll just take an hour or two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what was that together? Probably...
It was 5 hours on Saturday and 5.5 on Sunday. So 10.5 hours doing that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it was not simple. Any part of it was not simple. Evil vine, that wisteria.
I know it.
But anyway, the winds are blustering about. It's gonna mess up the mics. And looks like it might even sprinkle. It didn't rain overnight at one point.
It did.
It was all dry when we got up, but anyway, I think we're gonna cut it short and sweet and start our weekend.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. All right.
We see you in the morning.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.